Okay, so yesterday what we finished was part one of camera kit, and that included everything that is highlighted here. So basically, we started from downloading Visual Studio, and then we installed, and everything that has been highlighted in pink color here is till where we have done. So we reached a point where we open Visual Studio. All right. After that, the next step is to actually follow this link. Follow in this order. So first we will refer to this link. This link is basically a guide to how to take this camera kit forward once you have downloaded Visual Studio and you're prepared for it. So all you have to do is click on this link and it will take you to a page. In this page we started with so there is basic fundamentals given, which this prerequisites is what you have already done. All right, and then there is a Visual Studio code that we have already downloaded. Okay, that was also something that we have done. The next step is to open Visual Studio and start doing the coding. All right, so when you open a Visual Studio, what you have to do is you open a new window and make sure you close the old one. And then when you open the new one, you have to in this open folder. When you open a folder, you need to save one folder separately somewhere for your reference later on. So I made a folder name as camera kit, and I am making folders inside it, which is in order as CK1, CK2. So yesterday we did CK1, and if you make one folder, and if you think that when you make a folder and you made a mistake in coding, then you again start the project from the top, and then every time you start the project from the top, you make a new folder. And that is why I keep labeling it as CK1, CK2. So CK1 failed and we had a problem there. Suppose so we start with CK2 because we are starting a project fresh again. So we select a folder and you see here we have CK2 coming. All right, here on the left side we have CK2. So now everything is happening inside CK2 folder. All right, now once we have the folder come in here, we go to the terminal and we open a new terminal. Once you open a new terminal, you are ready to start putting in the commands. Now you have to make sure that this location that is being presented here is the correct location that you saved your folder in. So I saved my folder in D drive camera kit CK2. So let me just verify it. D drive camera kit CK2. Within CK2 is happening. Yes. So this is one way to know everything is going on correct. So once you reach this point is when you start coding and you refer to this particular website. I'll open it side by side and then we will do it together. So here setup and installation, after that we have to create first command as npm create white @latest. So we copy this command from here and then we put this command here. Okay, and then we enter. Once we enter, we will see that okay, it has done something. It is asking for a project name. So whatever project name you want to put, you can put. I'll put lens lowercase, then enter. Then it will ask you, we have to select a framework. Which framework do you have to select? Vanilla is already selected, you enter. Then JavaScript is already selected, you TypeScript is already selected, you enter. Then you use roll down white experimental, no, we don't need it. So when no is selected, you enter. Install with npm and start now, yes. All right, so once you do that, it will run the command, and then it will give you a link. Once you get a link is when you know that you're going in the right direction. You click on the link. By how do you click on the link? Press Control and click. Once you do that, you should be able to see a page coming like this. This means we are going in the correct direction. All right, once this is done, it's time for you to move on. All right, so how do you do that? Okay, now you type Control C for putting the next command. What you have to do is you have to put C here. You are seeing that. So we have created another another file called as lens. All right, we are going to have to start working inside this project. That means after ck2 lens should come. How to add that? You type cd lens. Okay, when you do cd lens, you see we have d drive, camera kit, ck2 and inside lens. All right, here also you see inside ck2 lens has been created as a new folder. Once that happens, you are good to go. So you have to do cd, the name of the project, which is lens, and then lens also comes inside this particular address, and then we can move on. Now we can type npm install. Okay, which is the third command here. You can type code A to verify or whatever, or you can completely skip it. You can do npm install. Once you do npm install, enter, it will run the command, and 0 vulnerabilities found, which means it's all going good. You know, you see the green and you see the red. That's when you understand that there's a problem or there's no problem. Okay, so there's 0 vulnerabilities. We are going very good here. All right, next we move on with this particular website, our rule book, which is the next command is npm install @snap camera kit. So I copy it from here and then I paste it here. All right, what we are doing is we are installing camera kit here. All right, enter, it will do its thing. So this has happened. All right, 0 vulnerabilities, all good. Camera kit has been installed. Now what you do? Okay, so now the main challenge starts. Basically, then prepare your app for development. Inside your src directory, delete all files except main.ts. I'll explain to you what this means. Okay, inside src directory, delete all files except main.ts. So you open src directory. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 files. You delete all files except main.ts. All right, so I'll delete counter.ts, style css and TypeScript. I click on all of these and I delete it. All right, except main.ts, you delete everything inside src. All right, after that, additionally, inside of main.ts, delete all contents of the file, leaving it blank. It's written very clearly here. Inside main.ts, we have to delete all contents of the file, leaving it blank. So we'll scroll down, we'll make some room for us here. Okay, and select all of it and delete. Yeah, we have done this. We have followed the instruction till here now. Everything going good. Now we'll scroll down. Now you are ready to build your camera kit web app. All right, now what you do is there will be some content that will have to be written inside main.ts. They are giving it to you in parts. You have to first write this, then you'll have to write this, then you'll have to write this, and it can get very confusing. There's so many commands you have to write inside main.ts. What I have done for you is I have made it very easy for you, and I have collected it all together as a next page. All right, so if this was the page where you had written all of your instructions, the next page is where all the commands that you have to write inside main.ts is written. Don't have to go through 1111 command in the page. For the following few steps, they will ask you to first write import, then async function, then const live render, and then all of await till the end. They'll tell you in parts. I'll show you what they mean. See, we started with import, const camera, these 2 commands. All right, and I'll show you how close these commands look to this. Yeah, so import bootstrap camera kit, async function, they asked you to write this much. Then you go back, scroll down, you const live render target, and then they have put it here, const live render target, and then you scroll down further, you see const media stream, await session, const media stream, await session. I have written it, all of it here. Okay, so what you have to do right now is at this point, just copy this whole thing and paste it here. This is something that I have done homework for you to keep the process easy for you. All right, so here till these three, this one, and then this one, and then all of these commands till await session play, we have done. Okay, await session apply lens. All right, so all of this we have done. Now what, you still have to read further on this. Okay, what you have to do is, before we create our camera kit session, let's update our index.html file also. What is index.html? We have copied it here, and we'll come back to main.ts. Okay, we have to go to index.html. Where is index.html? Here is index.html. In index.html, we have to make some changes. All right, you have to make sure the index.html looks exactly like this. All right, here there are some extra lines here. All right, in the existing index.html there are some extra lines. Uh-oh. Okay, so we'll just check one by one. All right, so index.html, first line is doc type html, correct. Then html language English, html language English. Then head, then meta charset utf8, meta charset utf8. Okay, next line is meta name viewport content, and here next line is link something. That is an extra line, we don't need it. So what we do is we delete this line and we make it meta name viewport. So that was a sixth line. I just had to delete one more line there. Okay, so we did that. All right, then title my camera kit web app. Okay, title, here title is lens, which is correct, no problem. This is the title that they had chosen, this is the title that we have chosen, it's correct. All right, then there is head, then there's body, then there is canvas id, canvas. All right, here under body there is div id, div. Okay, so wherever there is div, we will delete it and we will write canvas id, canvas, and canvas. Okay, then there is script type module src main script, correct, main.ts, then body, then html. Looks good, so far so good. If you have made your changes here, you can press Control S. Control S is important, otherwise this dot shows here, which means it's not saved here. So you have to Control S after you made full proper changes. All right, now we have done all of this commands. After that, all of these commands have been done in main.ts inside src. Okay, in this you have to change a few things, like see, here you have API token in main.ts. remember, there's API token I asked you to download, API token, lens id, and group id. This is what you actually enter here. So I will maximize this, and we will change things here. API token, lens id, group id, which I had asked you to save it in your notepad separately. Okay, so here is my lens id, my group id, and my API token. So let's copy lens id. Lens id, then there is group id, and then API token is also something that we are putting in. These three links determine what lens is going to be visible on our web app. Okay, once we are done with this much, we are sorted. Okay, no red underlines. Once you're done with these changes, you just Control S for this dot to stop showing. This dot is to show you that your project has not been saved, and if it has not been saved, then you will not be able to see this. So Control S and the dot is gone. Now, okay, once you're done with all of this, Next step, what you do is you do npm run dev. All right. We run the command npm run dev. So npm space run space dev. Okay. Let's see how that works out. If everything goes well, we should be able to get a link. Yeah. So we got a link. All right. So now once I control click on this link, you will be able, if I have my camera, I will be able to see my lens on me. I don't have a camera on PC, so I will do it and show it to you. So you have to allow this time. All right. Once you allow this time, my camera is showing, and in that camera the filter will be showing. So let me copy this. So yeah, this is computer specific. If I don't do it on this if I'm doing the coding on this computer, the camera will of only this computer will open, which I'm working on. All right. So once you do this much, you will be able to see your lens in your camera in your browser. So you understand that this whole deal was to get the lens coming on your browser for you. Now you don't have to go to Snapchat to access your lens. You can just do this, and once you do this, it will give you at the end, the whole process will give you a link. Once you click on the link is when you'll be able to see the lens on your system. Now when you can see the lens on your system, that means it can be also available on the website that you make. Let's say you make a website that you open in your web browser, and in that website, if you want to apply this, after this point the web developer takes over. Now web developer's job, you have done this camera kit part. A web developer does not know camera kit, all right, not necessarily. So you have done this camera kit part, and you have told him that this is the link that you have to attach to the website when this is happening, however you want your customers to get an experience of your filter, right? So to get this link here is what we have done this much process so far. This is basically how you get the camera kit onto your system.
Okay. So I have one doubt.